of animals in tanks.
Okay.
Reptiles. Sparky is an albino leopard gecko. Mrs. Geiger took Sparky home for the weekend like she generally does, and Sparky went on a little adventure.
This was back in October.
October, disappeared. Didn't show up. Figured she died somewhere, right?
Probably
We're
didn't
just
have
going to find a
nutrition
skeleton,
and,
which I think was weird. She didn't smell anything, but had given up. I mean, told her fourth graders, I'm so sorry, Sparky is probably gone forever, and they were very sad and mourning. And then one night, Sparky just showed up.
Out of the blue.
Yeah.
Little thin.
Yeah, little thin, was molting, you know, that's what reptiles do, but was pretty happy to be back with her friends in the fourth grade. Now, this is interesting because our friend Allie Ritter texted me after this and said, oh my gosh, the same thing happened to our gecko. So this is maybe a gecko thing. They like to go and hide.
Go out and sell insurance so you don't see them for 4 months or so.
They got work to do.
They got work to do. All right.
But happy reunion.
Yeah. So I bet, and maybe you didn't get into this, but I would imagine there are some students in there that are a little uncomfortable with a reptile crawling around on them.
There was just one that was like, no thanks. But my little friend Nolan, who told me about this story because he told his mom, you need to tell Jody this. I mean, they just, in the collar and in the hair, and I'm thinking, that's a little weird, but.
Yeah. It's Sparky.
You know what? Some people don't like dogs.
Exactly right.
Some people don't like cats. Some people don't like geckos.
All right. Last weekend, Sunday, as everyone knows, was Mother's Day. And you put together a very, very inspiring story of a mother, right there, Shantae, and her daughter.
Yeah, thank you. Well, she is a pretty easy person to tell an inspiring story about because she's just amazing. In 2020, she was in a terrible car accident. She was 8 months pregnant. They were able to save Shantae's life. They took her baby Oakland by C-section while she was in a coma. Baby totally fine. Look, I mean, look how sweet. She's just beautiful from day one. And she has grown up to be the spunkiest little 4-year-old, and she just loves spending time with her mom. And this is all Shantae ever wanted in life, was to be a mom. And so what a gift. And her daughter has really motivated her to stick with her recovery. She doesn't go to PT and OT and speech and any of those things anymore because she's graduated from them.
Sure.
But she still makes it a point to get on her exercise bike every morning because she needs to be there for her daughter.
Well, she's got that motivation and that reason for living, and I'm sure that's helped her through many, many difficult roads.
I think so. She is pretty darn inspiring and such a good mom.
All right, another inspirational story is if someone gets into a field and they work there for 60 years, obviously, A, they love it, B, they're very good at it, and that's the situation with Dorothy.
Can you just wrap your head around that? 60 years.
60 years.
Yeah, and all but 2 of those years were in the state of North Dakota. Dorothy went to college in Springfield, Missouri because that's where she could get into nursing school, and she had a brother there, and so she had to work 2 years there to fulfill her obligation to the school, and then she came back, and she worked a few different places, but the majority of her years were spent at the nursing home in New Salem.
And now, do I remember this right? She wants to retire so she can spend more time horseback riding.
Yeah, she's 80.
I know.
Yeah, just a great lady. And her daughter told me after the story aired, she said, Mom doesn't show a lot of emotion, but I saw her getting a little choked up. And
at the retirement?
Yeah, just because you're talking about your life and your career, and this has been such a big part of your life for so long, and I know she's going to be greatly missed.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
What a fun retirement she's going to have.
And it's one of those things, you hear all the good things said at your retirement, and it's emotional, I understand that, but it's like, I wish somebody would have said that before. While I was still here. Talk about a motivation.
Well, Wayne, you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
We are so lucky to have you.
This is why you are my close, dear personal friend. It's compliments like that. Jody, thank you so much. We appreciate you coming in and talking about these stories.